Expanding your ministry space is about so much more than design and architecture. Navigating the maze of leadership, budgeting, financing, logistics, design, communication, fundraising, and problem solving can seem overwhelming to even the most experienced. That's why Cogun began in 1970 to help churches expand not only their facilities, but their ministries as well. Our goal is to help you open the doors of opportunity and achieve your maximum ministry potential.
We really try to advocate for the church. We try to come in early and to make sure, first of all, they're healthy, that they're ready to build, they're ready to take something like this on.
We're a national church expansion firm. A lot of people would just see us perceived as maybe a contractor, but the idea is that we look at the holistic picture of what's ahead for your church.
Cogun's development and planning agreement establishes a relationship between you and Cogun. Through listening, we become experts on your needs, your vision, your goals and challenges. And in return, you can rely on the expertise and experience we've cultivated with hundreds of churches, ministries, and organizations across the nation and around the world.
So our initial process when we work with churches is to basically get into their DNA and understand who they are, where they're headed, and what's next before we ever look at what they can afford from a cost standpoint.
Through discovery meetings, church and demographic studies, explorations into the programming of each proposed space, and in-depth research with governing authorities, we gather the knowledge necessary to help you create a future that serves your ministry in both the short and long term, and will make your fundraising and financing efforts much more effective.
We're in this together, and we're here to support them, and they're also there to support us.
When I worked at the church level, a lot of the people who worked on the Cogun team came to our services, sat down with the different ministry heads, got to know exactly what that unique core and that unique ministry was at that church.
Throughout the years, we've seen countless examples of budget overruns and hidden costs that can bring any building project to a standstill. We've learned to help you navigate questions like, will our building expansion require any code upgrades on our existing facility? What are the costs for the development of the site before construction begins? How do we budget for things beyond the main structure, like furniture and fixtures, audio, video, and acoustics, the fees that come with loans and legal work, building permit costs, impact and environmental studies, etc.?
A classic mistake that a lot of churches make is they think that they should go out and get drawings first and then go cast vision without any sense of what it costs.
We bring architects and bankers and audio-visual lighting people, civil engineers, others to the table early on to collaborate with the church at the center.
And we take all those things, blend them together, and come up with the right solution in terms of facilities.
With an intimate knowledge of how each space will be used, the independent architects we partner with will start with floor plan schematics. We then develop exterior building elevations, three-dimensional renderings, and animated walkthroughs that clearly show traffic patterns, doors, windows, exits, finishes, and other details. Once the plans come together, Cogun gathers street pricing on the major project components, developing a range of value that will give a clear idea of how much each facility construction will cost in the current marketplace. This information is also important as you set financial goals and cast vision to your audience. We also develop a schedule, a timetable for pre-construction, permits, financing, fundraising, and construction, so that your building project will have a clear timetable with quantifiable goals. Any worthwhile venture is ineffective without communication and motivation. Cogun brings their financial partners to the table as you create a capital stewardship campaign and unveil the vision to your congregation.
We all love seeing churches be more effective. If they're crossing this critical path of facility expansion, it's a great opportunity for ministry expansion and increased effectiveness, but that doesn't guarantee they'll get there without the right coaching and the right help.
This is amazing that I can put to use the gifts that God has given me and the competencies and actually work for the church. So I believe it's a ministry for sure.
Cogun really is set up to bring the right partners to the table so that you can have the most effective ministry expansion program possible, not just to affect the next generation, but for generations to come.